Hello and welcome to Indian Story. There is nothing more beautiful and exciting than story. Everybody has a story. In fact, the story is a light. Now let's watch what this story has to say.
Namaskar, I'm Captain Swadesh Kumar. I'm professionally a tour operator and travel agent. I'm a mountaineer explorer. I'm in the business for almost 50 years now. I think you have to accept it, don't panic, and persist on your reaching the goal, and you will succeed. So my advice to youngsters today will be work with passion, honesty, integrity. Just remember, if you have to succeed in life, you have to have integrity, honesty, and persistence. If you're not honest, you're finished. I was born 4 days after the Indian independence, on the 19th of August 1947. And my mother had to run from one house to another, pillar to pillar, house to house, to protect herself and me because of the riots, Hindu-Muslim riots in that part of the world. I was born in Pakistan, now Pakistan. We migrated to India after 4 months in the last train, and I lived for the first 4 years of my life in a tent, in a refugee tents in Kurukshetra. So I loved, because I played in the tents, in the mutti and all these open areas, and I did my school first four standards in Rajpura. Then I got a little sick. My Nanka's was in Delhi, in Rajendra Nagar. So my mother, in order to see I get change of the air, she brought me to my Nani's house and lived in Rajendra Nagar in Raipur and studied for next 3 years in Bal Bharati school in Pusa Road. And then afterwards I went back to Rajpura, my hometown, and did my high school. That time we used to call it matriculation. I did a matric in 1962. My grandfather's name was Maharshi Hemraj. My grandfather was also a reformist. In Pakistan, he was the head of 5 villages of the area, and he made schools. And in Pakistan, you can buy milk. People used to have cows and things like this. So I used to go with him in the morning, sit on his shoulder. He would go all the walk for few miles and go to somebody's house, bring a milk, and I enjoy drinking milk straight from the mouth, from the cows, straight in my mouth. My Dadi, I don't know, I call her Mrs. Hemraj. So unfortunately, none of us have remembered, and she passed away when my father was only 3 years old. My father was late Shri Maharshi Shansi Prakash. He was an MLA in Punjab, and he was an educationist. मैं जब छोटा था तो मैं 4th 13 पढ़ता था. मैंने अपने पिताजी के साथ पंडित जवाहरलाल नेहरू के घर गया, प्राइम मिनिस्टर के घर. उनके साथ जो लेडी मुझे ले गई थी वो बीबी अब्दुल सलाम थी. जो महात्मा गांधी की 4 लेडीज आप देखते हैं, उनमें से एक थी वो लेडी. तो उन्होंने राजपुरा में माइग्रेट कर लिया था आफ्टर पाकिस्तान टू हेल्प द लोकल विडो, स्पेशली विडो आश्रम बनाया था उन्होंने. तो मुझे ले गई. तो मुझे याद है, मैं वहाँ जब मिलने गया, पंडित जी को मिला उनसे, मस्ती की. तो मैंने ना निकल खोली मेरी बटन. तो मुझे वो मेरी बीवी जी कहती हैं, अरे अब इसको बंद कर दो, अच्छा नहीं लगता, प्राइम मिनिस्टर इंडिया घर में आया हो तुम. सो दिस वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग. आई रिमेंबर लिटिल किड हैड अ फन. बीबी जी वॉज वेरी बिग मेंटर टू माई फादर. मेरे फादर ने वहाँ पे एक राजपुरा में कॉलेज बनाया था, पटेल मेमोरियल नेशनल कॉलेज, पीएमएन कॉलेज. पीएमएन कॉलेज के फाउंडर थे वो सरदार पटेल के खास विश्वास करते थे, उनकी कमिटमेंट में विश्वास करते थे. तो उन्होंने कॉलेज का नाम पीएमएन कॉलेज बनाया. मेरे फादर ने वहाँ पे 4 स्कूल बनाए. मेरे पिताजी ने वहाँ पर एक हॉस्पिटल बनाया, रीजनल हॉस्पिटल, और काफ़ी लोगों की सेवा की वहाँ पर. एक वहाँ पर रोड बनी हुई आप मेरे फादर के नाम पर राजपुरा में. My mother was a social worker, and she was in Prabhakar, they call it. That time in Pakistan was Prabhakar. Graduation in Hindi was Prabhakar.
लाडले राम के तुम हो घनश्याम से, लाडले राम के तुम हो घनश्याम से, हम पुकारे तुम्हें कौन से नाम से, लाडले राम के, लाडले राम के, तुम हो घनश्याम से, हम पुकारे तुम्हें कौन से नाम से, लाडले राम के.
We have 5 brothers and sisters. My elder brother is Subhash Chandra, and who was a professor in Delhi University. Then second is me. Then I have my younger sister. She's a Sushma. She is a doctorate in botany. And then we have my another sister, Surekha. She lives in the USA now. She's also a statistician and did his PhD in Armidale in Australia. I have another brother who is an engineer, and he's in Baroda, retired now. We got married in 1980, and she, okay, why don't you start work with me? We used to work, but she has a very strong personality and very strong, powerful. So we used to start fighting on small things. Who will make the tea in the office, and she's working with me with understanding that in case she's not there, I will look after her, help her. When I'm not there, she'll look after the business and help me. So we had a very nice arrangement. So whereas there were two differences, no difference of opinion, and no fight. But initially we did fight on this, on small things. But she's a great support to me. As I mentioned to you, she comes from a service family, so she's more conservative. I'm more open in spending money, and she takes care of the money. मेरे दो बहुत ब्यूटीफुल डॉटर्स हैं, अंबिका एंड मीनाक्षी. Ambika helps her mother in her sport business, and Meenakshi used to help me in travel business. And I have 3 grandchildren. My elder daughter Ambika has 2 children, Arav and Adi. They are, in fact, I must tell you, my grandchild Arav earns a lot of gold medals. He's about bronze, gold medal. He's a swimmer, footballer, and he has got laser focus on chess. Second, my grandson, he's also equally smart. And he loves. I have another daughter. She lives in now Canada, and Tia Prabhakar, and she is now studying in 6th standard. And she's good in gymnastics. She's excellent. I will only say, very important thing you must do in my grandchildren will be that always look after your parents. They deserve your full attention, and be happy, content in life, and don't chase money. Money will come to you. I'm a commercial pilot, and I got my initially flying in Delhi Flying Club as a commercial pilot. Then I became a instructor. I did my flying in Odisha, in Patna, in Bihar, in Delhi. I used to be a freelance commercial pilot. So I joined Cox & King on the 7th of January 1974. But my journey in Cox & King started with promotion of shifting from adventure sports to adventure tourism. Is a journey I performed in this country itself. So this is my journey starting. So I've been very lucky that I have worked with a lot of wonderful mountaineers, legends in the world. For example, I have worked with Captain Swadesh, who was the leader of the first ever expedition. Major Ashpesh Alwalia, who was a mentor in climbing expeditions, who was a summiter. Jumpu Tubai, the first lady who climbed Mount Everest, lady in the world, who was my friend and customer. You name it. Rinal Messner, I walked with him. The first man who climbed all the 8,000 summits and without oxygen. So these are the wonderful people I have been associated with him. I must tell you another incident with Tenzing Norgay. I did my basic course in 1974, September, in Darjeeling. And there, we went to the mountains for trek. So I don't know why, he made me the quartermaster. Quartermaster means looking after the food and all supplies and everything in a group. So when you go to the mountains, you're not very hungry. So eat small food. Just remember, when you're coming back, your hunger becomes 10 times more. So if you drink one naan, you will 10 naans when you come back. So when we finish our expedition, we're coming down, so food became much more consumed. And 48 hours before, or 2 days before, there was no food. Food was, my cook told me, "Sab khana khatam ho gaya." So I went to Tenzing Saab, who was the post director. I said, "Sir, there's no food for the member. What should I do?" What he did, very interesting. He opened his wallet and gave me his Swadesh, "Take this and go and buy." I said, "Sir, where do I buy? You're in the jungle and there's nothing." Then he told me, remember what he said? "Then use your brain." Thank you. So I have to use my brain. I learned something that in case of crisis, use your brain. Brain is something you must use in any type of crisis. So I went, I used my brain. I give a ration to everyone. I said, nobody is eating more than 2 chapatis, 1 spoon of this and 1 spoon of this. And we covered 48 hours and reached, and there was no problem. So this is a small incident I remember today in my life that Tenzing Norgay taught me. Apart from climbing the mountains, and my rope director was Noang Gombu, who was another person who climbed Everest 2 times at that time with Americans and Indians. And I've been very, very fortunate that I have been associated with wonderful people in the world. And you'll be amazed that I had only 28 rupees in a bank when I started my Shikhar Travel way back in 4th of March 1979. I started my company, Shikhar Travel. I rented furniture, rented a room, office, and with one staff, I started my journey, and it was a very beautiful journey because I had a passion. At the start, I was a professional mountaineer, I was a professional adventure tour operator. I had people in the world knew me very well, and I had one thing, single focus, that I had to give quality service to my client, and I succeeded very well. My mother, she was selfless worker. She believed in giving and giving and giving, and I will say she inspired me to offer love and affection to everyone. Facing challenges is my part of my learning experiences, and I believe that if there's no challenge, there's no fun. Even today, I experience challenges and I try to solve the problem every day. First of all, don't panic. First law of accepting life is now don't panic, because when you panic, you make mistakes. I think you have to accept it, don't panic, and persist on your reaching the goal, and you will succeed. मैं भगवान में बहुत विश्वास रखता हूँ. सुबह जब वॉक करता हूँ तो मैं भगवान का शुक्र करता हूँ, हे परमात्मा, any God, that you have given me good health. I'm 78. I still walk. God has given me good health, good wealth, good wife, good children, good family, good friends, and I convey my gratitude to God and my friends, everyone, every day, saying that thank you for giving me this life. I believe in nature. I believe in spirituality. I'm a professional travel agent, tour operator. I sell dreams. I call people dreams. I've been to more than how many countries? God, I've forgotten the name of the countries. Even from Japan on one side to Argentina, Chile, and you go to Australia one side. Here are other places. I've been more than 50, 60 countries. I don't remember now. But traveling was my passion. India abroad. India, for example, I've been to entire length and breadth of India, starting from Ladakh, finishing Nagaland. I used to be a consultant with Nagaland government on behalf of the United Nations, teaching them how to market. I have done a lot of tribal tours in Odisha myself. I've done climbing in the Himalayas, of course, is my part of my profession. And I love traveling. Traveling is, I've done walking, hiking, cycling, camel rides, horse safari. All I've done different kind of things and have fun. I still collect stamps. When I used to travel abroad, for example, most of the money was spent in buying stamps. I must go to a local post office and buy stamps. Stamps is my passion. I collect stamps, and photography is another one. I love photography. Photography and stamp collection are my 2 passions. I'm a Rotarian. I'm a member of the Rotary Club of Delhi South Metropolitan. I'm a charter member of the Rotary Club of Delhi South Metropolitan. So I was assistant governor in the district in 3010 twice in this district for the last 35 years. And I do a lot of social work. We go to, there's a place called Kusum Pahari in Vasant Vihar area where we do some social work. And whenever I'm the trustee of myself of the same trust, we do a little bit work what I can do in keeping it with the time I have got. I am also very active in my professional associations. For example, I'm the founding president of the Adventure to Opera Institute of India. We started this association almost 40 years ago, 35 years ago, 36 years ago. That time it was the need of the hour to start Adventure Association. So we're doing extremely well now. I'm the founding member of the Indian Convention Promotion Bureau. Again, there was a need of I tell you that I have been doing many things. Climbing expedition to holding a conference. So ICB was holding conferences. Then cultural tours like camel safari, bicycle tours. I've done different. My journey has in the last 50 years have been a beautiful journey of touching everything I do. Heart to heart, I'm a Congress person. I vote for Congress, but I must appreciate the current Prime Minister of India, Mr. Modi. But one thing, he's the only Prime Minister in this country in the last so many years who's thinking of tourism as one of the most important things. He went to abroad. He told every Indian, "5 gode leke aao India." He told every Indian to go at least 8 destinations within India travel. I think himself is a good ambassador for tourism. See the infrastructure, roads, wonderful roads have been constructed. See the airlines. He's a different kind of. He's a tourism guy, and I think that is one of the good things as a politician. I will tell youngsters, don't be even cut and paste. Kya hai ki you can't come to a website and cut and paste, put an idea and sell. No, you experience yourself and sell it. Don't be afraid of any challenge. 3, if you want to succeed, be honest. Be honest. Integrity. Just remember, if you have to succeed in life, you have to have integrity, honesty, and persistence. If you're not honest, you're finished. 100% finished. You can't succeed. If you're not, there's no integrity, forget about it. So my advice to youngsters today will be, work with passion, honesty, integrity, and absolutely you'll succeed. I really appreciate Indian story, the way you explained to me. I do sincerely hope the Indian story will inspire people and actually my interview today will make some people more interested so that they can also at least follow the path which I have been following it. And I thank you very much, especially for you, and very inspiring questions, and God bless you all.
Yes, we are all unique. We come and go, but these stories are legacy forever. Do share your story with Indian Story anytime, anywhere. And don't forget to subscribe our channel